everyone, and welcome to the Town of Carmel Town Board Work Session for April 13, 2016. And we're going to ask Councilwoman McDonough to do the pledge for us, please.
Sure. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Okay, once again, welcome everyone to the work session for April 13th. Let the record reflect that all board members are present, with the exception of Supervisor Smith, who's at the Carmel Kent Youth Art Awards. So he may or may not join us during the meeting. And Councilman Lupinacci had a personal matter which he may or may not get to us before we end, but hopefully we'll move this along quickly. With us, we have Greg Falchetti, Council. Mike Simoni, Highway Superintendent, is here as well. He's got a couple of things on the agenda. The first matter is the review of Town Board minutes of April 6, 2016. Anybody have any questions on that? Okay. Number 2 is Michael Simoni, Highway Superintendent, to consider, actually, Mike, you have number 2, 3, and 4 to consider some highway requests.
Right.
Good evening.
Good evening. The Highway Department, again, winter's over, we're getting ready to sweep, and we took our sweepers out, and we noticed we had some problems with them. The first one is our 2005 Freightliner, which, or excuse me, what do we have here first? I'm sorry, I have that wrong. No, yes, 2005 Freightliner, which the front box, which is the unit that holds all the debris, had started to rot out, so we wanted to catch it and replace it before the rest of it got bad. So we need to have, if you see, we have a estimate from Ortiz Welding to go in there and to take care of the box. And they did our orange backhaul, which is a little earlier model. They did a good job on it, and they had it back to us in a timely manner. So.
Okay. Mike, and this money would come out of your maintenance repair line?
Excuse me?
This
Yes.
month?
Oh, no, this comes out of the repair line. I'm not asking
Yeah.
for any more money, yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any questions on this one? Jonathan? Okay. Next, Mike, is repair of number 58 Freightliner.
Right, our newer Freightliner, which we have had a couple times this winter when it was warmer, started making a shimmy noise in the back, and we thought it was the engine, so we sent it down to Long Island Sanitation, where we purchased it, thinking it was a warranted item. Found out it was not. It was not the engine at all, which really was good to hear. But the bad part was it was the shaft and the turbine, which creates the vacuum, that had either sucked something up or somehow had broken, which is not under warranty. And that needs to be replaced. And again, that was $10,000 for that work to be done.
Well, the total of this one is $79.46, right?
I think you
No.
just switched the
Oh,
two
did I
of them.
switch them?
10,340. Yeah, right.
Mike did number 3 for number 2 and number 2 for number 3.
Did I do it? I'm doing it back? That's
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying.
did backwards.
I'm
But that's
sorry.
all right.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one was the 79.
And Mike, we only have those two backhaul trucks?
Those are vac-all sweepers. We
Right.
also have a vac-all that just does vac-all work.
Okay.
It doesn't have a sweeper attached to it. And that, now that the weather is nice, it'll be out, and it kept doing, that does primarily catch basin all summer long. And we have over 4,000 catch basins, so that'll keep busy almost every single day.
Once, how long do you anticipate these repairs taking?
I expect them, once we get the authorization to go ahead, they should be back within 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the parts are ordered, everything is ready to go, more or less, and they're just ready to wait and say go, so.
Michael, do we bring them up there, or do they come here and fix them?
No, we bring them to their sites.
Okay.
Long Island Sanitation, as I said, that's already down there, because I thought it was warranted item, so
Yeah,
they're
that
just
would be-
holding it. And the other one is Ortiz, which is up in, I believe, Newburgh, yeah, up outside of
Local
Newburgh.
Junction, yeah. All right,
Local
good.
Junction, yep.
And number 4, Mike, is consider award
Right,
bids
we,
for...
we went out to bid back in March, and the bids came back. Both Bobby and I went out and, inspected a lot of the stuff, and this is our recommendation to go. This is pretty much typical stuff that we do every year, but these are our recommendations that be awarded for the spring and summer of this year. So.
Any surprises?
Not really. The good news is that when our FOB blacktop that we pick up went down, our in-place went up. So
Evens out?
it does and it doesn't. I mean, unfortunately, we don't pave anymore. We do a lot of patching, we do a lot of curb work, we do a lot of that. So, I mean, that does help us a lot. But our in-place is when we do those 7 miles of road that we've budgeted for, that dollars went up, so.
Okay. All right, any other questions?
No.
All right, Mike, we'll have these on for Greg next week.
You would have them next week for consideration. Yep.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, sir. Next, we have Jim Gilchrist, Director of Recreations and Parks, and this is considering awarding of bids for the 2016 camp season bus transportation. Good evening, Jim.
Good evening, Rick. We sent out 28 bid packages to bus companies. We had 5 that were returned. Of the 5 that returned, we've used George Carroll as our last year's bus company. We've used Bauman, and the other 3 were new bidders that came in. The lowest price by $30 was Royal Coach Lines. They're out of Yonkers. I did some reference checks on them. There's other communities that use them for their day camp programs. The town of Mount Pleasant's been very happy with their service. They've been using them for a number of years. Town of Mount Pleasant has had no problems. The town of Pelham has had no problems. They've used them for 15 years. I did not get a response from Elmsford, and Dobbs Ferry has been using them for a number of years, and they're safe, clean buses, and they always welcome them back each year. So they've got nice references from other communities. Their list of bus looks like they have a nice fleet, if you saw all the buses here.
Did you see them yet, or not yet?
No, I think you and I would have to go down to Yonkers, because Kenny's not here.
Let's go.
So we'll take a road trip one of these days. So that's typically, we like to see the yard, talk to the supervisor of the bus company, explain what we do during the summer.
Okay.
Sometimes it's nice to do that in person instead of over the phone.
Yeah, that's fine.
Chief Kazari will authorize background checks on all drivers.
Say we're gonna get it, we have a list of all the drivers.
So we usually do that after we approve it.
That's fine.
So we'll normally ask for all their drivers, plus if they have a supervisor in the garage, because 9 times out of 10, drivers get sick or something happens, they have another person that jumps in. So we'll have them all approved before.
All right. Do you anticipate going down to the garage and, to the yard and looking at these buses before next week?
I would plan on doing that, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, so then Greg, what we'll do is, as long as Jim and whoever goes down with him, we'll put this on for next week as well for approval?
Correct.
Okay.
Bid authorization if the board wants to vote it.
Anybody have any questions? Okay,
Sounds good.
thanks, Jim. Anything else going on in recreation you want to quickly tell us about?
We have the building completed up at Camarda Park.
Yes, I saw the pictures.
It's come out great. The fields are complete up there, dugouts are in.
When is the Carmel Sports Association anniversary event?
I think it's going to be the third weekend in June.
18th, I think.
Is it yeah, somewhere in that area.
Okay.
I'll be coming to the town, hopefully the next work session, with some information from Carmel Sports Association. They're looking at doing a volunteer project around doing landscaping and also doing brick pavers around the whole building. Inside Engineering designed it for us. They volunteered their time, came up for a couple hours and sprayed it all out. Bob Buckley and myself have met with Carmel Sports Association a couple Saturdays ago. So we're putting that all together. They've got a contractor that they'll be working with that's licensed and insured. And part of this project, they'll be looking for the town to purchase the materials, and then they would take care of the installation. We still have money available in the site improvements for that building. So that'll pretty much take care of Camarda Park, other than the grant that we're working on for for the parking lot. We should have everything complete up there. It looks great.
Nice.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions? All right, thanks, Jim.
Yeah, so I'll see you at executive session afterwards.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right, and number 6 is consider, consider request for intermunicipal agreement with Putnam County for residential and commercial electrical inspections. Greg, you want to bring us through this?
Sure. As part of the issuance of building permits and certificates of occupancy, electrical inspections are required by the building department, but the town doesn't provide the services at our level. The county typically formulates a request for proposals, an RFP, for certain vendors to provide those services, and when you need, or when we need an electrical inspection in connection with a permit that's being issued out of the town of Carmel, those vendors or that vendor would be contacted to perform the inspection and provide the results of the inspection in a certificate of, basically an underwriter certificate of that, as the case may be. Right now, that's been done by the county for a period of 4 or 5 years to my recollection, but there hasn't been an embodiment and a written agreement to those terms. And that's basically what the county is proffering to us now, is a written agreement for about a 5-year term that would conclude at the end of 2020. They would provide the services, and the fees go to the county, and it's handled through their RFP. But it would be just a written embodiment of that. And I've reviewed the agreement. It's more or less what we generally use with the county for those types of services. We do it for gas inspections. We did that many years ago. So it's something that they're asking the local municipalities in the county to do, including the town of Carmel.
All right, anybody have any questions?
Nope.
Okay.
Might need inspection done?
I'm sorry? All right, that concludes our work session items for this evening. This time I'll open the floor to public comment on agenda items only. Anybody have any questions or concerns? Next is the open forum portion of the meeting. Public comments on new town-related business for residents, property owners, and business owners. Anybody have any questions? Okay, I know we have a few announcements. Susie, you take that one?
Sure. The Town of Carmel and Parks Department 2016 summer camp registration is Monday through Friday, March 28th through May 27th, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Sycamore Park. The office is closed on May 30th. The camp is running from June 27th through August 5th and is for children going into grades kindergarten through 8th. The residents must purchase a 2016 resident ID card to register. And please call 845-628-7888 or visit www.carmelny.org. And also, spring class registration is beginning Monday, May 21st at 9 o'clock at Sycamore Park again. And they do have some new classes this year, which are pretty neat. Stand-up paddle boarding, cupcake decorating, and Frank, you'll be the judge for that. Belly dancing, mini taekwondo, tennis lessons, horseback riding, yoga obedience, yoga lattes, music together, little chefs, U.S. sports, and a whole bunch more. Again, you need to purchase a 2016 ID card and to call the Recreation Department 628-7888. The classes do fill up quite quickly, so please, call as soon as you can on March 21st.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks.
Jonathan, you got any announcements?
Yes, again, for the Parks and Recreation Department, it is going to be the first annual community tag sale held at Sycamore Park. There are 10-by-10 spaces that are available for rent at $20 a spot, and you must bring your own table. The date's going to be Saturday, April 23rd. Rain date is going to be Sunday, April 24th. Time's going to be from 8 a.m. till 2 p.m. It's free for residents to attend. It's going to be held between the basketball court and the handball courts over at Sycamore Park, located on Long Pond Road. Registration begins a little bit ago, ends on Friday. So go to our website or call the office, 628-7888. And community tag sale vendor forms got to be filled out and returned to Sycamore's main building. So register for the first annual community tag sale coming next weekend. Back to you.
All right, and I have just two here. The first is also a Town of Carmel Recreation. We're going to be having a Battle of the Bands Saturday, May 14th, from 3 to 7 p.m. Free admission. We are looking for total of 6 bands. Players must be between the ages of 15 and 20, and they will perform for 20 minutes. You can get more information on this by contact the Recreation Department. Again, that's Saturday, May 14th at Sycamore Park Main Building. All right, also, we made this announcement last week, hydrant flushing for Water Districts 2, 3, and 12 by Severn Trent Environmental Services will begin April 11th, okay, which they already have begun. For a schedule of dates for each road, please refer to the Town of Carmel website homepage or the government channels, which is Comcast Channel 95 and Verizon Channel 94. Consumers may experience the following temporary effects of the flushing: fluctuation in pressure, discoloration of water. Therefore, laundry should not be done. If you have any questions, call Severn Trent at 228-0460. All right, that's all the announcements that we have. All right. We have a few items for executive session tonight. We have a personnel matter. We have a personnel matter with Jim Gilchrist. We have the chief coming in for another personnel matter, and we have a litigation update with Labor Council. So I need a motion to go to executive session. Jonathan, second? Second, Jonathan. All right. All those in favor, aye. All right, so we'll be closing the meeting inside. We'll see everybody next week, April 20th, for a town board voting meeting. Good night, everybody. Have a safe week.